Hello, Hale Simon.
Good morning everyone and happy Easter. So we're just up here with Arun, the moon bear, also known as a happy Asian bear. No, Asiatic black bear. So what we're going to do today is just a little virtual Easter egg hunt. I know a lot of you are stuck indoors, so it's just a way to let you have a little bit of fun, get a little bit interactive, and most of it is just going to be for a bit of fun. So don't worry too much if you get anything wrong or if you're not sure of the answer. Just stick your answer below and we'll have a look where we end up in the park. So what we're doing is just a few little fun riddles. Hopefully you've got a lot of kids who will get involved. As I say, it's just a little bit of fun. But then right at the end, what we do, the very last riddle, is what we want to do is there's a link in the description. If you follow that link to our PayPal page, just so we can try and raise a little bit more money for the park over this time, because we're losing out a lot of money obviously by being shut over Easter. Send us £1 and then put your answer to the riddle there. If you want to have 2 entries, 3 entries, 4 entries, it's £1 per entry. And then we'll be giving away a animal experience once we open back up to the public. So you'll be able to choose whatever experience you want, as long as it's one that we offer. And yeah, so like I said, it's just £1 per entry. So let's get started while we're up here. We found the first egg. What I'll do for the others, if you spot an egg, shout out. Otherwise I'll be keeping an eye on them anyway. So, for starters, what I'll do is once I've read out a riddle, I will have a chat about whatever animal we're at that time, just to give you all a chance to answer. So our riddle today here, the first one is, I don't much care for meat. I prefer leaves from the tops of trees, fresh and sweet. So I don't care much for meat. I prefer the leaves from the tops of the trees where they're fresh and sweet. Right, so the bears, someone's asked what do they eat. So they eat a really wide variety of foods. They are omnivores, they're scavengers, they're opportunistic. They will eat pretty much anything they can find. So they like a little bit of meat, and they have a few sort of dry pellets. They love honey, they love peanut butter, they eat fruit, all sorts of different goodies. So the sun's right on China there, so we can't really see her. I think the general consensus is giraffes, so let's head down there and see if we find an egg. So we're going to head down towards the giraffes. So I say it's just going to be a little bit of fun. This is going to be one of my park tours for you, just with a little bit of interaction to get your brains working. Hope everyone's keeping safe at the moment. How's everyone spending their Easter indoors at home? You got plans for Easter egg hunts in the garden? Have you set something up in your flat? What's everyone doing today? As long as you're all keeping safe. Hello to the Hortons. It is a beautiful day today. Really, really gorgeous day. So it was a little bit cooler this morning. So I thought we might see a little bit more activity from the big cats today, but I don't think that's going to happen after all, because I think it's now hotter than it was yesterday. Easter egg hunts and takeaway, very nice. roast lamb in the garden, sounds delicious. So there's our giraffes. Eating chocolate and painting, I love it. So is that decorating, or are we talking paintings as in fine art? Fire pit. Watching movies. Cooking a big roast. That's the thing, this year it's a strange Easter, isn't it? Because we're all stuck at home, most of us. So this Easter, it feels more like Boxing Day, or somewhere where you're stuck indoors. Hello to the Pearsons. Oh, spot an egg. Well, hopefully you get a chance to still do that in South Africa, so hopefully that sounds really, really good. Which big cats would you have been working with? Happy Easter to 8-year-old Lily. Eating chocolate, love it. If any of you are doing any sort of arts and crafts things which are animal related, share them in our on our visitor posts. We really love seeing them. Bug hunting, nice. Hello to the Macs, the Mackenzies, eating lots of chocolates. Well, it sounds like everyone's still making the most of it today, so I'm really, really happy to hear that. Yeah, Boxing Day in Australia, that's right. Hi to Sam. Who's the little one? That is Jerky. He's a blessed bock, he's just waiting for a girlfriend to arrive. Hi Sophia. Hi Ruby, hope you're enjoying these. Happy Easter Joshua and Jake, and Jack and Grace. Hi to Katie there with your daughter, eating lots of chocolate. Nice, I'd be lovely to. I've always wanted to see, for some reason, I don't know why, we've never made it to Africa. I've always wanted to see lions over there. I think I've seen lots of pictures and it always looks amazing. But we're big fans of Southeast Asia and South America, so for some reason we always end up over there. So hi Ellen, Lyra and Amelia. Right, so I've got our next egg. So while I keep chatting, let me give you the next riddle so you can have a think about that. So this one, it's an easy one. A stallion is a male and a female is a mare. You can ride one of these on the carousel at the fair. So a stallion is a male, a female is a mare. I think that's probably all you need. And then you can ride them on the carousels at the fair. Hi James, can't wait for you all to meet these guys. So we've got, they've swapped sides, there's usually Robin on the left, so it's Rudy on the left and Robin on the right. Usually they're a bit like Ant and Dec, always on the same side of each other. But that's Rudy on the left there, he is the slightly older one, he's a day older than Robin, who's at the back there. So they, like I said, they're just a day apart. When they were at Woburn, which is where they were born, Rudy was the more dominant one, which makes sense as the big one. But now that they're here, we've got Robin very much in charge. So we do have an adoption system with the animals. So I'm going to head up to the horses, see if we can find an egg up there, because that seems to be the most common answer. So yeah, we do have an adoption system at the moment. Obviously we're not getting adoptions out as quickly as we usually would, but we are still selling them. So if you do want to support the park, the adoptions are a really nice way to do that. I think on the system we haven't got giraffes on there, but I might put them on the online shop with a note just to say that they won't be for sale just yet, because I haven't got the photos ready for these guys yet. So you have to excuse the light. It's so sunny up here, you can hardly see the giraffes. So we've got 2 giraffes at the moment. We have got another 2 planned, but obviously with everything that's going on at the moment, we don't know exactly when that's going to happen. So you have to watch this space. So yeah, the adoptions, you can go onto our online shop. So if you go to wingandwildlifepark.co.uk and then go to the online shop there, you'll find those there. Are they already up? Who was it? So hi to Scarlett and Leon, and then Jackson, Malachi, Kazan and Bobby. And hi to Tegan. Yeah, you can get to the park by bus. So there's a bus stop just outside our park, just outside our car park. Oh, I spot an egg over on the tree. Hi Dylan and Dominic. So I think we've got about 10 different animals that we're going to have a closer look at, but we'll try and check out a few for you. So next one. So this one is, with 4 limbs I walk, but I never leave home. I wear a strong armour, tougher than chrome. So with 4 limbs I walk, but I never leave home. I wear a strong armour, tougher than chrome. So here we've got Duchess. So these are American miniature horses. This is our female. And then over there we've got William. He's the light brown one. Hi Ben and Beth, happy Easter. Hi Henry. And hi Kane. Hi Taylor and Lissa. Well spotted Bobby, yeah, there was a pink egg in the tree. There you go. Oh, yeah. No, you don't want me too close, do you? They said, no, stay away from me, please. Right, so tortoises, we're saying tortoises. Oops, dropped my egg. And remember as well, if you can't watch all of this stream, or you need to pop away, or you're a little bit late, we do save all of these. And with the little competition we're doing with the £1 a go, those we're going to run that till next Sunday. So if you're at work and you're just catching up with this, don't worry, you can still do that till Sunday. So we're going for the tortoises. No, so I think it's just a little bit of fun to play along. Doesn't matter what age you are, especially at the moment. We need some things to keep us entertained. if I wasn't walking around, I'd probably be joining in as well. Well, I've tried to keep them sort of easy enough for the kids to do. I did have some more difficult ones that I was told should probably be removed. So maybe I'll do a more difficult one for the adults, not with a walk around, but just do some clues for you to have a go at. I thought they were quite good. So we did a dinosaur tour the other day. There's an egg there. If you go back through our videos, you'll be able to find that there. We haven't got any sharks, no. I like sharks. I'd like to have an aquarium here, but we haven't got an aquarium at the moment. Right. So here we have this. So my wings are used as flippers, so in water I can flow. Sometimes on land my cousins slide on their bellies in the snow. So my wings are used as flippers in the water so I can flow. Sometimes on land my cousins slide on their bellies in the snow. I'm just trying to pick these all up on the way round so that I don't need to come back again later. Yeah, so hi to all the kids at Sandgate Primary and St Martin's Primary. Right, so I'm going this way. Do I go left or do I go right? What is the animal we're going to see next? Penguins. Let's go over and see the penguins. So who knows why I said that their cousins slide on their bellies in the snow, and why I'm not talking about these guys here. Anyone got any ideas? So it's their cousins that slide on their bellies in the snow, but not our penguins. Hi Carly-Ann, Caitlin, Connor, Sean and Dominic. Oh, and little baby Amelia. Oh, that's a shame. So hopefully you'll be able to bring Amelia out to us once this is all over. Must be hard when you have babies stuck indoors. So hi to everyone at New Dover Road Surgery. Hi Isaac and Zachary. Right, so the reason why I said cousins and not these guys is that a lot of people, when they think penguins, they think snow, they think ice, they think Antarctica. But in fact, most penguins live in hot climates. So you've got the jackass penguins, African penguin, the Humboldt's penguins, little penguins. So these guys actually come from Chile, and then obviously the jackass penguins come from South Africa. And then we've got the little penguins, which I've been lucky enough to see in the wild. They come from Australia. So most penguins never see the snow, and when these guys see snow, they are not big fans. So when I said cousins, I meant a few. So they are still penguins, they're part of the same family, but they live in different parts of the world. Right, so while we have a look at these, let's have a think about the next clue. I can scare most anything. On the savannah, everyone knows that I am king. So we're looking for a king of the savannah. So here's our penguins. So we've got, these are all the same type of penguin, but because the reason why they look different is on the right there we've got an adult penguin. So he's going to be 18 months or so or older. And then we've got the young ones there. They spend their first year or so looking like that, so they don't have that thick black band across their chest, and their coloration is just a little bit different. So there we've got one in the water. Actually, while we've got a few people catching up on the clues, let's go round to the front of this enclosure and have a look, see if we can see him swimming. So most people are saying lions. So we'll head up there in a minute. Let's just have a look, see if we can see the penguins under the water. Let's have a look. Yeah, there they are. Well, there's one. Hey fella, how are you? Hi Scarlett and Chloe. The penguins live for, I think it's about 25 years or so. So this is one of the juvenile ones. So they are from last year. They're around about a year old. They're slightly different ages, but around about a year. Let's see if there's any others going to come down. Oh, there he is again. Hi Ronnie. Hi Oliver and Ophelia. Hi baby Hazel. Alright, so let's head up to the lions. Hi Miley, and hi Brooke and Algie. So the lions, I'd say probably sort of 15 to 20 years in captivity. Hi Amanda. Hi Hallie and Arlo. So yeah, so the reason why our water is, well, looks green at the moment, it's actually deceptive. It's actually on the walls in there, so the sides are green. Which we never used to have. So we used to use chlorine in there, but it's not quite as good for the birds. So we stopped using chlorine. Now we use a saltwater system. So similar to what you would use in a marine fish tank. In fact, it's the same water, just that salt, just like we use a lot of it. I think we use 25 kilos goes in there pretty much every 2 to 3 days. But it's much better for them, and we have much better success with breeding them now. So hi Sonia, who's a rabbit apparently. Hi Aaron and Hannah. Hi Talia and Toby. Hi Elliot. So I have to apologise if I miss any of you. Hi Logan, James and Rhea Phoenix. Hi Ryan. Hi Joseph. So I do try and say hello to as many as you can, but sometimes I do miss you, and I apologise for that. So I do try and go back through the comments afterwards. Hi to baby Max. So is that an egg over there? I don't think there's any eggs out for me, sadly. No chocolate eggs. Where's the furthest an animal has travelled to come to us? Let's see, I would say... So we've got the chimpanzees. They came from Atlanta in America. The Spix night monkeys, they travelled a bit further. They came from Peru, and I would say that they're probably one of the furthest. We've had right, who came to us from Singapore? So the blue crown pigeons, they came from, well, he came from Singapore, so that's probably the furthest there. Yeah, Singapore, Peru, America. Right, what have we got? What type of cat should you never trust? I'm allergic to cats, so I don't trust any cats. Yeah, the lions, they do sleep a lot. So that is what lions do, especially male lions, whether it's in the wild or in captivity. Male lions sleep a lot. Hi Chloe, Leo and Max and Kane. How many animals do we have? It really depends on how you count them. Thinking back on it, I think I made a mistake the other day when I went through it, but I think it is around the 340 mark. If you don't count things like the cockroaches, stick insects, because just for cockroaches I would say we've probably got 300 to 400. Stick insects, we've maybe got another 100 or so. Ants, probably 300 or 400. Carp, I would say there's another 300 or 400 there. Goldfish, we've probably got about 100 or so. So we've got a lot of animals, but if you just count in the ones which we can sort of individually identify, I think it's about 340 or so. I can check that number for you. I should have checked that after I got asked the other day. So the lions are called Clarence and Brutus. So this is Brutus here, and Clarence is over the back there. Thank you. So like I always love seeing photos from your trips and things, so please do share those. So the lion enclosure, as it is with these two guys here, is actually quite deceptive. It goes back a lot further than it looks, but because of where they came from, the enclosure was designed in this way on purpose, because they were just such nervous animals when they first arrived. They really were in quite a bad state, and even just getting them used to this enclosure this size was a lot of work for us. So they get fed their main meals 3 times a week. They might get a few little snacks and enrichment in between as well. Right, so we're going to head over to the cheetahs. So we've got Calvin over there, who's ignoring me now. There you go, gold babe. So Calvin is one of our cover keepers. So today he's on carnivores. So the monkey I mentioned that was from far away is the Spix night monkey. They were on one of the earlier tours. I think that was sort of the second or third tour I did. I went into their enclosure. Yeah, so yeah, people do call the lions the king of the jungle. That's why in my clue I changed it to the king of the savannah. I think sort of they have been driven out of more of their sort of forested areas. I think more accurate depiction of the king of the jungle now would be the tiger, but yeah, certainly on the savannah the lions are in charge. Yeah, so yeah, we poached Calvin from Sainsbury's. So Calvin used to volunteer for us, just so people can get their puma fix. There's Lola. That's one of the best ways to get into this profession, is through volunteering, getting your experience up. So we've got no plans at the moment to get zebra. Hi Grace. Baby Leandros, that's a very nice name. Very nice. So the lions, if they were standing up, on head level, they'd be sort of just above, well, sort of a fair bit above myself, and then their legs, they can probably reach up, I would say, a good sort of 10 foot or so. And they've got quite good reach, if not more. So here we got another egg. So cheetahs was correct. Just try and see if we can see Kike at all. I think she might be down the end there. Let me have a look. Hi Olivia. I might be heading back past the tigers. We'll see where the clues take us. Yes, there's 18 to be a volunteer. Hi Kate and Ben. Oh, there she is. So we'll find Kike, have a little look at her. So there's Kike. Right, so the next clue is I'm short, I'm round and close to the ground. I love to make a snorting sound. I'm short, I'm round and close to the ground. I love to make a snorting sound. And it's not me after I've fallen over. Well, technically I suppose it is, but... Right, so that's Kike, the cheetah. So this area here, and part of what this is going to be is an extension for this enclosure. And so the idea of this enclosure was to give a long run, which is why we made it longer rather than wider. But then once you put in things like quarantine fences, push off barriers, the barrier, the boundary fences, things like that, the enclosure ended up a little bit narrower than we had originally imagined. So we're going to be doing some extension work here. Aha, so this clue's got everyone a little bit more divided. Good. That's what I wanted. Right, so I'll get a few more answers and then we'll have a look. All right. Which animal have we had the longest? So our meerkat group has been here. I think that's one of the groups of animals that's been here the longest. So there's not that many animals left from when it was Wingham Bird Park. So the clue was I'm short and round and close to the ground. I love to make a snorting sound. So a few people said tapir, but I don't see an egg in here. So tapirs actually don't make a snorting sound, they make a squeaky sound. They make a sound that you would never ever expect to come out of a big animal like a tapir. They remind me a bit of a guinea pig, but probably actually even more higher pitched than a guinea pig. So there's no egg up here. So we just got one cheetah here, and then we've got one cheetah at Sandwich Wildlife Park. So tortoises, so the only times tortoises really are vocal, I won't say when, It's more of a grunting sound, so it's not the tortoises, and we've already seen them before. Armadillos, again, they don't make a snorting sound, and nor do the hedgehogs. So the hedgehogs and the armadillos have sort of like a more like a little bit of a growl or grumble, high-pitched growl. So other than that, the other answer seems to be mainly pig. So we'll go see our warty pigs to see if they've got an egg there. My favourite animal, so I'll give you the proper answer first, which is the Gray's monitors, but I do know that most people find that answer a little bit too boring. So when it comes to mammals, I would say probably the chimps and maybe the jaguars. I really like the jaguars. I think they're gorgeous cats. See if the tigers will come back out to see So we don't have the space here for elephants. We've got no plans on ever getting elephants. Even if we purchase a lot of the land around the park, I don't think we've got the room to expand that far. So hi Louise and Angie. So bikes are actually a really popular way to get around zoos, in especially a lot of European zoos. They have a lot of bikes over there, which is always fun to see, especially in Germany. And I quite enjoyed, we had a few tours in America with some zoos over there, which I saw when we were on holiday. And in one zoo, I think that was Miami Zoo, we got taken around in a golf cart, which was very lovely. And then it always puts a smile on my face when I see the picture in the National Zoo in Washington. The security guards have got segways, which is absolutely brilliant. I keep thinking about pitching in and getting Tony a Segway. So our tigers are called Troy and Blade. I think we've got Troy over here. Hello fella. Yeah, I love elephants as well. I've been lucky enough to see elephants in the wild. That was the Asian elephants in Borneo. But like I said, we just don't have the room here. Which animals eat the most? That'll be probably the giraffes now. So he's walking up and down here with me. So he was in the bedroom, he came out to see me. And that's the only reason why he's walking back and forth. He wants to get a little bit of fussing done with him. But at the moment with obviously what came out of Bronx Zoo the other week, even though we're still sort of checking, sort of keeping our eye on that situation, we are at the moment working hands off with these guys. So he is pacing up and down because he wants a fuss. I'm not going to give it to him, sadly. So we're not hand feeding them at the moment. We are not giving them scratches, and we're not doing any training. So he's just frustrated because he wants me to get over the other side of the fence with him, and sadly that's not going to happen. So as soon as I go, he'll probably go back into the bed where he came from. So we've already seen the giraffes. We saw them earlier. That was the second animal we saw. I haven't seen Tiger King yet. No, I haven't got. I'm one of the only people in the world who hasn't got Netflix. So Bronx Zoo, they had some of their cats. Looked like they had COVID-19. So it was found in their saliva tests. So like I said, it's a one case, and it's an isolated case, so we are just watching it. But because it is worth considering, we have just put in a few other sort of safety measures at the park. It's not worth risking them just for giving them a scratch and a cuddle. Right. So the next egg. So it was pigs was the right answer. So we got, I jump when I walk and I sit when I stand. Short and sweet. I jump when I walk and I sit when I stand. Right. Let's see, the pigs are indoors at the moment. Even though they're from the Philippines, they don't particularly like the heat. Hello, mate. So these are Visayan warty pigs. They come from just one island in the Philippines. There's that snorty sound. Hello, mate. Hello. Yes. They got those lovely tusks and that lovely big hair. Wallabies, let's have a look. So yeah, so we haven't got any kangaroos here. We have got wallabies. So technically kangaroos are wallabies. So they are the largest wallaby species, macropods. And then we've got the smallest species here. So we've got the Palmer wallaby, which is the smallest wallaby. So hi Alice. They do have quite an impressive quiff. So they don't bother each other at all. So the tigers aren't interested in them. It's not like any food that they would usually get offered. So we don't use any pork here. And the water pigs, they have got no idea what a tiger is. So they're all right. Hi Katie and Ben. So this is the first time that we've done something like a bit more interactive like this, but we do some sort of live stream every day at the moment just to try and keep you connected with the animals. So we have got one in here with a Joey. See if I can find her for you. What I'll do is I'll get the next clue ready and then I'll look for, see if we can find that Joey in the meantime. I'm red and black and live in the trees. I eat bamboo, especially the leaves. So I'm red and black and live in the trees. I eat bamboo, especially the leaves. Hi Nancy. I have just spotted the one with the Joeys. I don't want to startle her. So I'll come around the front here. See if we can zoom in on it. I've just got a tail poking out at the moment. Can you see that there? So she's just got a tail and a foot poking out of the pouch. So it's cuter when you can see the head poking out. But we take what we can get at the moment. So we got a tail and a foot. So as I said, these are Palmer wallabies. They're the smallest of the wallabies. We do have Bennett's wallabies as well. Hi fellas. There's that Joey. So Louise's little three. Want to say hello to their nanny and granddad. I don't think any more pregnant. I think we just got the one with a Joey this year. So that's just this one here. So we're going to head over to the red panda in a sec and look for an egg. So that is a helmeted guinea fowl there. We've just got the one. So they, especially in Africa, a lot of people call them their alarm systems, because when anything's not quite how it should be, they make a racket. Especially if you have a group, they make a lot of noise. So we haven't got any white wallabies anymore. We've moved those on to some other zoos. And so where we're part of the European Zoo Association now, we try to mainly concentrate on sort of wild type animals and colours. So we haven't got that many albino animals anymore. So it's just to educate a little bit more about what they're actually like in the wild. So yeah, so we do an experience with the red pandas. Well, there's one over there. Oh, I spotted an egg. We grab that egg and then we'll go around and see the red panda over there. Make sure not to stand on Matt's plants. He wouldn't be too happy. Alright, so that I think is possibly Yuzu. Oh boy, so we've got Yuzu, the male, and our female is called Mei Shan. There we are. Right, so let's have a look at this clue while we're looking at this gorgeous animal. Oh. So red pandas come from China and Nepal, that sort of area. So they like it nice and cold. They're not big fans of this sort of weather. So we've got quite a few free roaming chickens, and we've got some free roaming birds. So chickens, so the type of chickens we've got are Polish bantams. Then we've got the helmeted guinea fowl and some peafowl as well. So the next clue is, if a man carried my burden, he'd break his back. I'm not rich, but leave silver in my track. So if a man carried my burden, he'd break his back. I'm not rich, but leave silver in my track. Not too happy about having me here. Where's your girlfriend? Is she in the shade? Don't blame her. So the clue for this animal is something that we've not had at the park for that long. So some of you might not have seen it. But it's an animal that everyone knows. Silverback gorilla, I like it. That could work. But we haven't got any gorillas here. So we're going to have a look around the reptile house. I can't go in because there's no signal in there. But what I'll do is, a lot of people, they do ask for reptile videos. So I will do a recorded video next week. And then we'll have a live chat about it then. So yeah, so the answer was giant land snail, which we have in the reptile house at the moment. And there's the egg. So just a few clues left. And then the last animal we're going to see, well, I've got a nice treat for them. So that's going to be nice for you to see. Yeah, we've got snakes, so I'll do a few snakes in the video as well. So look out for that next week. So which type of fish came first? Nice and simple, short and sweet. Which type of fish came first? I would absolutely love giant pandas. They are one of my favourite animals. I always spend a lot of time looking at those at other zoos that do have them. But getting those is a very, very difficult process, and much of it also is not just about the zoo, but it's a sort of political thing as well. So most of those, they are gifts from the Chinese government. So it's usually sort of national zoos and things like that which get them. So getting giant pandas, I think is probably unlikely for here, unless something sort of dramatic happens with how they are treated in terms of being given to foreign zoos. It's nice to have dreams. So goldfish. Let's have a look at the fastest fish. Yeah, so it is the goldfish. So we're going to head in here and have a look for an egg in the tropical house. Again, a quick sneaky look. Cool. So every time I come in here, I do have a quick checkup of our little girl in here. So that if you can see her right in the middle, we've got a female Edward's pheasant, so that's our rarest bird there, probably our rarest animal, and she's sitting on eggs at the moment, so we're wishing her luck. So keep your fingers crossed for her that she has some beautiful healthy babies. Oh, I spotted something. We'll go around the long way. We'll go around the long way. Just to get us trending so that we get panda. I love it. Always nice and noisy in here. Especially this guy, so that's our Eclectus parrot. So Eclectus parrots, the boys are green like that, and then the girls are bright red. So the original sort of explorers who first came to see them from Europe actually thought that they were two different species because they look that different from one another. Alright, here's our egg, everyone spotted. Right. So, next clue. My busy hands are perfect for any task. Things I do while wearing a bandit's mask. So, my busy hands are perfect for any task. Things I do while wearing a bandit's mask. Right, so we're just going to go in here. So the butterfly, we're just going to go in the butterfly house now actually. So it's not, we've not done anything special with it this year at the moment because we haven't got any butterflies. So we don't keep our butterflies over the winter. So once a year we get an order of butterflies in from another company and then breed them throughout the year. But they only have quite a short lifespan. So once we lose the last lot at the end of the summer, we don't keep breeding them, and then during the winter we don't have any butterflies here, just because of how much it costs to heat this area for the butterflies. So hopefully at some point, if we change the tropical house at all and have a different heating system in here, we might be able to keep them awake for longer and keep breeding them all year round. So the Eclectus parrots come from the Solomon Islands. I think the king parrot is a different species. I think they're even slightly more colourful. So the female Eclectus doesn't have quite as many different colours as the king parrot. If I'm thinking of the right bird, I think I've seen king parrots in the wild, but I'm not going to say 100%. Well, I don't think they're the same species, no. So usually we have about 80 staff here. So I just wanted to show Gok, the pigeon back there. I'm not going to go past him. So he's in here at the moment because he's hurt his wing. So he's just having some time out. Right. We do have lemurs as well. So we've got raccoons and lemurs here. In fact, our lemurs have just had a baby. So she is, well, I say she, the baby is, I think, 3 or 4 weeks old now. So hi Ariana, Kaylin and Brody. And hi to their nana in Liverpool. So no, he's not stuck in there. He's hurt his wing, so we've got him in there at the moment so that he can't sort of damage himself too much by getting too much exercise. So we're going to our last destination now. Our last ones. So we've got a treat for them up here. Today it's actually cooler in there than it is out here. I quite enjoyed being in there this morning. So the two options that most people are going for is lemurs and raccoons. So I went with the clue for the bandit's mask, because raccoons are master thieves. So they have a reputation all over the world, wherever people have raccoons, which is now in a lot more countries than they used to live in. They wreak havoc in people's houses, their sheds, their bins. Hi Louise. I'll just have a look to see if the baby's with these couple over here, and then I'll pop up to the raccoons. Let's have a look. No baby there or there. I think they might be in the house at the moment. Oh, peacock. So we're just going to head back round. So no baby today, I'm afraid. But if you have a look back at our ringtail lemur talk, which we had with Jess the other day, there's some nice close-ups there. Hi Grace. What stopped, sorry? Liz? Did the stream stop? Sometimes I do have a few dead spots here where my signal goes. Yeah, we've still got jaguars. Hi Amelia. So we're just going to finish off in the raccoons. Now I don't know if the raccoons are actually going to come out. So they've been lazy the last few times. The coatis are in here though, they'll definitely come out. And we've got some fun enrichment for these guys, some Easter themed enrichment. Hi Meg and Molly and the Harris family. Hi Harry and Oliver. There's our geese. Hi Iona and Layla. Skylar and Indigo. Absolutely, we know that we're very lucky to be able to still look after the animals and that we're not stuck indoors like I know a lot of you are. So we do consider ourselves to be very, very lucky. That's why we want to try and share some of that luck with you guys. Right. Hi Dylan and Laura. So we've got one egg for you and one egg, well, a few eggs for the coatis. So I'll talk to you about that in a little while. So we haven't got any, there's none of the zoos that we've looked at are breeding capybara at the moment, so we are looking, but we will see. Right, so a very important last clue. So this clue is the one which you need if you want to enter our competition to win an experience. So you can win any experience in the park. It's completely up to you which one you want to choose. So you can meet a tiger, the coatis, the raccoons, the lemurs, the red panda, the penguins. It's completely up to you. It costs £1 per entry. So you enter that via the link in the description, which is paypal.me/WWPSWP, and it's just a way for us to try and raise a little bit of money, and if you want to make a donation that way, it gives you a chance to win something in return. So you can enter as many times as you want, absolutely up to you. £1 a go. So your clue is, you might get called this animal when people think you're afraid. At Easter you might also eat an egg which it has laid. So again, so you can play along here if you want, but this is a competition. If you want to enter the competition, you have to do that through PayPal. So £1 an entry. We'll be doing that in a week. So draw in that. And I'll do it in just a sec. So once again, so you might get called this animal when people think you're afraid. At Easter, you might also eat an egg which it has laid. Right, so it's going to get really noisy in here now, I think. Hopefully I don't get mobbed. A little bit of help from Brooke over there.
Here they come.
Oh, they're coming. Right, so I've hidden a load of eggs in here for them. He's a bit unsure. So this is one of our coatis. I haven't got it. So we've coloured some eggs for them. Ah, he's just taking it out. That's a lazy way of doing it. So when we first started doing this here, so on the PayPal link there's an option to leave a message. So you can just leave it in the comment on there. So it's all food safe dye. So he's got himself a blue one, or she, sorry. The brown ones are the girls, aren't they?
Yes, no,
Yeah.
they're all girls. So yeah,
Oh, so
that's ice.
So that's ice.
The one just up on the shelf there, that's honey.
So this is honey.
And then the one that's just run out is Penelope.
Then we had Penelope who just left. So for me, Penelope and honey look the same. But our keepers are really good at being able to tell the difference between our animals. So the white one came to us as a rescue. So he was, was confiscated in the Netherlands customs. So yeah, so let me do the last clue one more time, and I'll put it in the description as well for everyone, because my phone is actually just about to die. So that last clue, I'll put it, in fact I'll put it as a picture later. So you might get called this animal when people think you're afraid. At Easter you might also eat an egg which it has laid. Oh, I think there's an egg in there. So when we first used to do this, I used to just smash the bowls all over the place. A bit like that. Oh, don't be lazy, that's just the water from the eggs. So the reason why we originally did this is that, especially in little hunting lodges and things in America, so they would break in and they'll smash up all the pots and pans. So the raccoons are being lazy, just as I thought they might be. That was Penelope. So no, so Ice hasn't found her own egg yet. She's just pinched whatever was left by Honey. Oh, have you found an egg? So she's found one there. I think again that's one that someone else has found and she's just picking up the scraps. Where's another one? Come have a look up here. Have a look behind there. There we are. They're a lot more careful now than they used to be. Right, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave a picture just before my phone dies. I'm going to leave a picture with that last clue, so you can enter that competition. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's just been a little bit of fun for everyone. I've enjoyed walking around with you. So we'll see you again. So remember, later on today, have a look at the schedule. We have got a Red Panda talk with Matthew. So make sure you come and join us for that. And I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.